welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. So today I'll be unboxing and flipping through the Midnight Magic, a tarot deck of mushrooms by Sara Richard. Now this is published by Adams Media, and Adams Media is an imprint of Simon & Schuster Publishing. So I'm really excited because I pre-ordered this deck last year and I finally got it. Here it is. And I'm so excited to get into it. All I did was take off the plastic from the box and just make sure there was no plastic inside. Other than that, I haven't looked at anything. So let's literally dive into this. It's so gorgeous. There's some foiling on the tarot deck of mushrooms. So pretty. This is one side. Bottom. Other side. And top. So in the back here, it says, illuminate your path with the beautiful fungi of the forest and beyond. Discover Midnight Magic, where you'll find 78 unique tarot cards rooted in the mysterious world of mushrooms. Based on the Rider-Waite deck, these cards depict traditional tarot through fungi, from the authoritative red-capped fly agaric as the emperor to the brightly colored chicken of the woods as the impetuous fool, and so many more. Created by renowned artist Sara Richard, this deck is filled with magical artwork reflecting the hidden and enchanting power of the mushrooms. So I'm so excited to get into it. So in the US, as you can see down here, I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring it up so you can see it. In the US, it retails for $24.99. In Canada, it retails for $33.99. I believe I pre-ordered this at $27 or $28, something like that. So I did get a few dollars off of it. Ooh. So inside, there is nothing. But on the sides, let's focus that. We have a feather, we have a bug. We have some kind of salamander or lizard thing, another bug. Some kind of cracked egg crystal thing, and some ladybugs at the bottom. So we have the book. And then this is what it looks like inside. So the cards are in this thing, and there's this thing inside, I guess, to keep them from bouncing around. I don't know if I'll keep this. Maybe I will. We'll see. For now, I'll just leave it there. Now, I've never heard of Adams Media before. I have no decks from them. I don't even know if they own any other decks. Ooh, my deck is bowed. We're going to have to fix that afterwards. So yeah, as I was saying, I never heard of Adams Media. I don't have any decks by them from what I know. Anyway, I do have books by them, but I didn't know that they did decks as well. So I'm excited to see. This is not the only deck that they have coming out this year. I do have another deck pre-ordered that's coming out from them. And it's also, the artist is also Sara Richard on that particular deck as well. So I'm excited to see what they come out with. We'll see how quality is in this particular deck. So this is the guidebook. The guidebook seems to be in full color. It's on that kind of waxy kind of paper, which makes sense when, you print in color. Typically it's not paper. So we have a table of contents here. Introduction, how to use your Midnight Magic deck, about this deck, how to read tarot cards, spreads, the cards, major arcana, minor arcana, major sources cited. Perfect. So we have an introduction, We have how to use, so about the deck, making a spiritual connection, how to read, shuffling the deck, interpreting the cards, additional tips. Okay, let's see. What kind of spreads do we have? Typical 1 card, 3 card, Celtic cross. We have a 6 card pentagram. Nothing unique to the particular deck. Would have been nice if they made spreads that were unique to mushrooms, fungi. I don't know. I thought that would be fun, but I guess they went with very traditional spreads, which is good too. Nothing wrong with that. So we have a full color of the card on one side, and then it gives you the title, what the mushroom is, blurb, upright keywords, upright blurb, reverse keywords, reverse blurb. Pretty good. Not mad at it. I actually prefer this kind of guidebook when it comes to decks. At least it has both the keywords and a blurb. If you don't want to read the blurb, you can go with the keywords instead. Then we go into the minor arcana. We go into wands. So the fire element, it gives you a whole blurb about the wands, which is very nice. Oh, it gives you a bunch of blurbs. Okay. Each blurb for the suits. And then we go into the wands. So we have a smaller colored version of the card. It still gives a blurb about the mushroom, upright keywords, blurb, upright blurb, reverse keywords, and reversed blurb. So yeah, still has the same thing, except it's just a smaller picture. So that's pretty good. We can read from the guidebook after just to see kind of information's in there. And then we have some sources. So we have some books, we have some websites about the author, and some note pages at the back. That's cool. I don't know what kind of pen you would need to write on these kind of pages where it won't smudge though. So I'm wondering. I am excited. Also, I just got a whiff of the book when I went like this, and it smells really good. Yeah, that smells nice actually. Okay, so let's get into the cards. Mine has a bit of a bow, so I'm just going to have to probably fix that. Okay, so this is the backs. I actually really like the backs. It's like a bunch of mushrooms and then I think the night sky. So it kind of looks like you have all these mushrooms towering over you and you can just see a little bit of the night sky. That's what it kind of looks like. It looks like you're kind of in a hole or something. There's a bunch of mushrooms next to you. Okay, so the first card we have is the Fool. The Fool is the chicken of the woods. Really cute. It gives you the Latin on the card as well. I'm just gonna move these over so I can put both hands here. So it kind of looks like the 0 is the eye of this cloud, because the cloud kind of looks like a bird. So you can kind of see like a beak here. It's very interesting kind of imagery. And then we see the mushroom growing on this like tree, and the fox is trying to eat the mushroom. There's also a moth as well right here, and then we have the moon. So that's very interesting. I wonder if like this signifies like how like the fox is taking a risk to eat this mushroom. I don't know. I love mushrooms, but I'm not familiar with them. I love eating them as long as they're edible. Perfect. But I'm not familiar with every single mushroom that is in this world. So I don't know if this is edible or not in that sense. So I do like that though. Then we have the Magician, which is the little birds of the woods. Again, we have that kind of like spirit aspect. I don't know if like this is like an actual dragonfly and then it's just representing the wind of it moving, or if it's like a spirit dragonfly. Still find it interesting though. So we have like the mushrooms, we have some different things here, like a flower, and then I don't know what these are supposed to be, maybe some berries or something on a leaf. It's like a drop of water. It kind of looks like it's going into water. I don't know if this is supposed to represent water, but that's very interesting. I can't wait to read the guidebook for this. I'm actually really excited. I love this high priestess. You still get the feeling of like the pillars. They have the actual initials in them, the B and J, which is really interesting. So that's really cool. Looks like a fairy ring. Oh, it is. It's called fairy ring. I don't know how to pronounce this in English, to be honest. I really want to say champignon, but which is French, but I don't know. And then you see like these little red things. Okay, hold on. I just want to bring it up to me. These little red things. They're like these little bugs that are here, but they're also there. So I'm kind of interested to know what kind of bug that is, but it is very interesting. I really love this. Oh, then we have the hen of the woods. This kind of reminds me of a pine cone for some reason. We have some stars around a tree. What is this underneath? We have some kind of branch that has little berries in it. It seems like there's little berries. I don't know what this is under here. I wonder if it says in the guidebook. Whoops, sorry. I hit the camera. I don't know. It doesn't say what that thing is underneath. Unless it's part of the mushroom. Hens will adapt their environs by growing around sticks and rocks. Oh, that could be maybe that's a rock or something. I don't know. I have no clue. It doesn't even say. So I don't know. If anyone knows what this thing is, let me know in the comments because I'm not sure. But that's cool. Very resourceful. Then we have the fly agaric, I guess is how you pronounce that. The emperor. So we have 3 of them. There's a moon. We have some starry night. I don't know what this thing is supposed to be around them. Like maybe it was an animal and it's no longer alive. I'm kind of curious to know, actually. Let's see if this one says anything. Yeah, it says that has toxic effects to any creature who dares to eat it. So maybe that was an animal that tried to eat it. But I have no idea. Like, I have no clue whatsoever what this kind of thing is supposed to be. It's very interesting, though. I do love the artistry, though. I love the imagery. Like, it's gorgeous. Then we have the turkey tail. Turkey tail. A lot of really interesting names. Chicken of the woods, hen of the woods, turkey tail. Oh my God. So I like the fact that like the mushroom seems to be center, like the center stage, which is very typical of the Hierophant. And then you have two different things going on down here, which could signify those two specific balding guys that are in the RWS that are usually here at the bottom. We still have the pillar effects next to what would be the Hierophant. So very traditional. It still keeps the Rider-Waite Smith, in my opinion, just with mushrooms. Then we have the Lovers. Caesar's mushroom. Interesting. Interesting. Caesar's mushroom. Do we have, is this worms? That might be worms or something. It's something for sure. Something is slithering around in here, which is interesting. Definitely get that vibe of the snake, right? The snake in the garden, because we have like a bigger tree here in the back, which is very interesting. Then you have like something slithering around. Then we have the Chariot, which is the conifericone cap. I have no idea how to pronounce these. It's still very interesting though. It kind of looks like there's movement with like this wispy part here that's going. I just want to see up close. That's really interesting though. And there's like woods and stuff in the background. Then we have chaga for strength. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but let's see if it says in the book. Oh, okay. Chaga, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, so apologies, is a medicinal fungus whose rock hard skin is capable of busting blades, busting blades in even the sturdiest of grinders. Ooh, they're tough to harvest. Interesting. So they have like a tough outer core. And I'm guessing this is the... Interesting. So rough on the outside, but nice in the inside, I guess, is really the motto of that in terms of strength. We have the Artist Conch, the Hermit. I like how they added, there's like a hand here, but it's like a spirit hand with the light, and this is the mushroom, and it has like a kind of like a branch with it. I love it. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the common puffball. Very popular. I think this got really popular during the pandemic. People were like foraging. I saw so many TikToks with this kind of mushroom in it. And on Facebook. I don't know why it was advertising to me puffball mushrooms, but videos of these things were everywhere. And like random mushroom groups kept coming up for me. I'm not even in any mushroom groups. But yes. I do love that. Then we have what? Old Man of the Woods. Oh my God, we have Chicken of the Woods. We have an Old Man of the Woods. These names are so funny for justice. I feel like we still get that sense of justice, well, from the traditional, because like we have, usually there's pillars in justice too. Typically in the justice we have like some kind of seat in the back, like a throne-ish kind of thing. So I get that vibe with the background. So it's very interesting. the hanged one. So we have like some vines, and then like the mushrooms are coming down. Velvet shank. Ooh, destroying angel. Death. Interesting. Look, we have a turtle here, and we have a ladybug. The turtle looks very spirit-like. Then we have the shiitake as temperance. Ooh, I like that as I love shiitake mushrooms, so good. But it does feel very temperance-like. You literally have the water coming down from the leaf onto this particular mushroom that's literally going onto the other. So it feels like the two cups doing the alchemy with the water going into the cup. That feels very temperance to me. Then we have the devil, and this is the lobster mushroom. Interesting. We seem to have like a spider here. And these two mushrooms are like caught in a web. And then I don't know what this is. Maybe a moth? A moth or some kind of firefly or some kind of bug. Some kind of bug. Oh, yes, the yellow netted stinkhorn. These mushrooms are weird looking for the tower. Interesting tower card. You do see like the flies. They look like they're falling. And it kind of looks like the little netted part is like being destroyed. So that's interesting. Golden Reshi. The star, we have the star there. It's beautiful. I really love it. Then we have the moon. Eastern jack-o'-lantern. I didn't realize that there was a mushroom called a jack-o'-lantern. It's really interesting. Feels very watery. There's like some weird little things here. Is that a centipede? Oh my god, ew. There's a centipede. Ooh. Creepy. Then we have the sun, which is the golden oyster mushroom. This is beautiful, honestly. I definitely feel like sun vibes. We even have sunflowers in the back. It looks like it's like glowing, which is very nice. We have Judgment with the Corpse Finder. I swear the names of these are so funny. So I feel like we have like, I don't know if this is supposed to be a coffin or like a tombstone, but we have like all these little flowers around. And I feel like some are downwards and some are starting to go up or are up already. So that's interesting. Maybe those are supposed to represent the people. And then lastly, we have the world with the honey mushroom. And we have that knotted weave that's usually around the woman in the, or the center person in the world card. So that's interesting. We have some different things going on in the corners. I can see. Definitely world-like. Then we get into the wands. Here we have a hand. Burn Morel. It looks like this person has a burn on their finger. Oh no, it's a ring. I was wondering what that was. No, it's a ring. All good. We have an interesting border now in the minors. So it looks like this person's going to pick the mushroom, is what I'm seeing. Then we have Two of Wands. We have the bleeding tooth fungus. I don't know what this is, but it definitely does not look appetizing. I will say that for sure. But it's in between two wands, which feels pretty significant. And perhaps this like bigger sphere that's on the top is supposed to represent the globe that you know, the person holds in the Two of Wands, maybe. I don't know, I'm just going with it. Just going with the thing. Three of Wands, we have the cedar apple rust. I don't know what this is either. Four of Wands, we have the birch polypore. Well, we have trees here that could represent the aspect of the Four of Wands where we have the four pillars is like a marriage. I don't know what it's actually called, but like the four, it's like four wands, and it's supposed to like represent like what you get married under. But I don't remember exactly what it is. And we have some kind of person there, it seems like. And there's some more people like, sorry, there's some more people down here, it looks like. So maybe there's some kind of celebration going on. Very interesting. This person's like, celebrate. So there's definitely that aspect of celebration, but it's like hidden within the art. You have to really look for it. Then we have the Five of Wands, which is the orange pinwheel. They're definitely crisscrossing each other, which could signify some kind of competition for growth. Or maybe space, when it comes to mushrooms anyway. Then we have the Six of Wands, which is the red chanterelle. I don't know what this is either, but there's some kind of all these really weird bugs. Ants, maybe. Definitely some kind of victory there, because they're following the bigger one. Then we have the Seven of Wands, which is internal light mushroom. Interesting. Then we have the Eight of Wands with the red coral. Definitely get that sense of Eight of Wands with all the wands just like going like that in like the traditional. So that's cool. Though the wands are stuck in the mushroom, so I don't know if it's really depicts movement or action, or maybe the action is trying to get unstuck to move forward. Then we have the Nine of Wands with the poison fire coral. I don't... I'm assuming maybe the poison is like a defense mechanism and allows it to stay resilient because it protects itself. Then we have the Ten of Wands, which is the blackening wax caps. Interesting. But they're not growing. I'm wondering how this signifies like overwhelm or like taking on too much burden, things like that. I just want to see. So the blackening wax caps turn from brilliant orange to glossy black as they age. This signifies not their demise, but the strength gained from overcoming life's burdens. Oh, delay your reading for a short time if this card presents itself. Interesting. Okay, so this signifies aging. And then, So maybe this is like you are taking on too much responsibility. You're changing currently, and then you have these like younger generation around you to help you out. So you have like a support system around you. From reading that, that's what I'm getting from the imagery now. Oops. Let's see if I can just do that a bit so it's not so bowed. Then we have the Page of Wands, the pink burn cap or cup. Yeah, pink burn cup. Looks like there's some kind of lizard or something here, or maybe a snake. It's definitely interesting imagery. Then we have the Knight of Wands, which is the copper spike. Does this grow from animal bones? Then we have the Queen of Wands, which is luminescent Panellus. Interesting. There's also a skull within that mushroom as well. And there's like a staff here, and there's a lizard. Interesting. And we have another lizard. Is there lizards in all of them? Yeah, this one, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay, so wands have a lizard in them. And then we have the wine cap for the King of Wands. Interesting. Ooh, then we go into the cups. I love this Ace of Cups. The fluted bird's nest fungus. I can't with these names. They're so strange. We have the indigo milk cap for the Two of Cups. I really like this. I definitely feel like there's like a connection between them two, and then you have like the two snakes also. You also have cattail around as well. It's really nice. I like that. Maybe there's a relationship between these and the snakes. So some kind of connection. Then we have the Three of Cups, which is the stalked scarlet cup. Interesting. They're definitely entwined together. Their cups are filled, which is pretty typical of the Three of Cups. Then we have the white basket fungus, Four of Cups. Interesting. We have some like thunder going on over here, which is definitely interesting. Four of Cups is the one in traditional where the guy looks bored or, I don't know, unhappy. He's like sitting against a tree. He has 3 cups in front of him. And then there's a cloud randomly trying to give him a new cup. So, definitely interesting. We also see like this bug here. Maybe it's trying to land on the fungus that's there. Then we have the Five of Cups, which is the Inkstain Boletti. I don't know how you pronounce it either. There seems to be some slugs down here. And then maybe a moth or something, butterfly, something of the sort. Looks like it was cut open. Hold on, I just want to see close. Yeah, it looks like maybe this was a sliced off. It was like a slice of this. And this is the inside. That would make sense, maybe. Five of Cups, I feel like, is like disappointment. It's usually about some kind of loss, some kind of grief, sadness. Usually depression is associated with the Five of Cups. So like your inner turmoil in regards to emotions. Then we have the Six of Cups, which is the Pixie's parasol. Interesting. Cute. There seems to be like a flower growing there, which is interesting. We have another bug over here. Okay, slight pause. I had to put a light on because it's starting to get dark where I live. And I was losing daylight. So then we have the Seven of Cups, which is the Black Trumpet. There's definitely a lot of different things going on. So we do have, it looks like different options for every single particular mushroom. So here we have one that was cut. One has a snake around it. Another one has flowers. We have like this, I don't know, little bag. And then we have like a bunch of bugs. Like we have a bug there, a bug there. I don't know what's going on here. Definitely interesting though, I have to say. Definitely interesting though. So we still like got that aspect of choice and needing to be wary of our choices. Then we have the Eight of Cups, which is the shaggy ink cap. So we have someone here moving away from these mushrooms. So that's interesting. Also, I'm not sure if you can hear the dog outside. Apologies. My neighbor's dog. He's always barking. Nine of Cups. We have the Water Club mushroom. We have like a toad here, or a frog or a toad, one of those. Really interesting. For Nine of Cups. He's definitely probably fulfilled and satisfied where he is. Then we have the Ten of Cups, which is the Portobello. That's a very good mushroom. Looks like we have kind of feels like, you know, the aspect of family and things like that, because we have like the smaller mushrooms here with the bigger mushroom. We definitely have like that rainbow aspect, which is pretty typical of the Ten of Cups. It seems like we might also have a butterfly, which is interesting. That kind of looks like a butterfly. Wings in the back, so I don't know. Then we have the Page of Cups. Is that a frog? What do we have here? I don't know. Yeah, this is a frog. And then some kind of bug over here. Then we have the, oh, I didn't even see what kind of mushroom it is. Sorry, it's the blue pink gill. It's weird. It says pink, I don't know. Purple Lacaria, which is the Knight of Cups. And we have a snail on this one. Interesting, there's a feather here. It's very interesting. And then we have the Queen of Cups, which is the Nargan's Bonnet. I don't know what this is. Let me take a closer look. I don't know what that is, actually. Looks like it might be a shell. Maybe it's a shell from a snail. Let me see if the book says, actually. Queen Cups. No, it doesn't say. Interesting. Possible. Not sure, though. Definitely interesting. And then for the king, we have the Verdigris Argaric. This is also a snail, another snail. So that's interesting. I'm assuming this is another kind of mushroom that's poisonous and like probably gives you hallucinations, like the fly one. Because those are poisonous and give you hallucinations. You could also die from eating those things. Too much of that. Then we have the parasol, which is the Ace of Swords. We have another hand. They're wearing a sword ring. Looks like they're coming to pluck this particular mushroom. I actually wonder, did the ace have a hand in it? The Ace of Cups? Oh, it did. Oh, I didn't even realize. Look, the hand is right there. It's also wearing a ring. Okay, that's interesting. I don't realize. Did the Ace of Wands wear a ring also? Oh, yes, it did. I thought it was a boil. Right. I remember that. Yep, I thought that was a boil, but it wasn't. So so they seem to all be wearing rings and all have hands. I wonder what the Pentacles one will have. Definitely interesting. Then we have the Two of Swords. Okay, this is really cool because it has crossed mushrooms, which is typical of the Two of Swords with the crossed swords. So I feel like this is pretty indicative of what the Two of Swords is about. Then we have the Three of Swords. So we have some, so I'm guessing the mushroom is supposed to represent the heart, and then we have, the, I don't know, wood or some kind of like branches that are stuck into the particular mushroom as if it's, the heart and things like that. There's also some kind of bug. There's so many bugs in this deck. I hate bugs. But I do love this deck. This is the False Morel. Interesting. Then we have the Four of Swords, which is the Snow Fungus. Definitely feels restful. Feels comfy. What is this? It looks like a head. Like, I don't know what's going on here. Is that a head? Okay, I need to... Will it say in the guidebook? Probably not. It says that it's a translucent mushroom that can grow quite large but is deceptively fragile. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say. Maybe that's the mushroom and it just shows up like that. I have no clue. I have no clue whatsoever. It's definitely weird, that's for sure. But I'm digging it. I am digging it. I am indeed. Then we have the Orange Birch Bullet. Again, I don't really know how to pronounce these, but we have something going on over here. Large mushroom. We have some slugs or something on top. What's going on in this corner? Seems to be the spirits of two people or two kids or something of the sort. The mushroom also seems to have like a slit in it or something, which is interesting. Definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Then we have the Six of Swords, which is the aquatic gill mushroom. So this mushroom, I guess, is underwater. That's interesting, a mushroom underwater. There's even some little fishies. They're like super small compared to the mushroom. The mushroom is like huge. Then we have the Seven of Swords, which is the Amethyst Deceiver. This makes sense for the sword that the card that it is, Seven of Swords. You know, Deceiver, Seven of Swords is about deceiving. So I do love that. Then we have the Eight of Swords, columned Stinkhorn. It's a very strange. It seems like flies are really into like the stink mushrooms. So yeah, it's very interesting though because it has like an opening in the mushroom. Which kind of makes sense in terms of the Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords, it talks about being trapped, but you're actually not. You can get out at any point. You just do it to yourself, or you trap yourself. So that makes sense in terms of like the openings and things, or like the type of mushroom that it is. Still weird mushroom though. Then we have the Nine of Swords. It's the Blushing Milk Cap. Interesting. I'm wondering how this relates to nightmares specifically. Because the Nine of Swords is typically the nightmare card. It's typically the card of anxiety. This is the card of anxiety caused by trauma. There you go. The first sentence. Blushing milk caps grow primarily around weeping willow trees. Oh, okay. A symbol in historic graveyards representing grief, sadness, and pain. Almost anthropomorphically, milk caps weep white latex from their gills when injured. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you really have to read the guidebook for this, I have to say. Because, honestly, without reading the guidebook, you're not going to know much about the mushroom. Like, sometimes you can off the bat see, like, how it relates to the RWS, but, yeah, you're not always going to see that. Then we have an, I don't know how to say this, stinkhorn. Anemone, stinkhorn, I don't know. Again, flies really love the stink mushrooms, it seems like. It's like they're attracted to them. Wouldn't be surprised if these mushrooms are like, they eat the bugs, like Venus flytraps or something. Ten of Swords. That's interesting. Then we have the Page of Swords. So I'm wondering what's going to be in these. We had like snails, I think a frog, and things like that. Probably bugs and stuff. Because that's what it's looking like, bugs. This is the Deadly Gallerina. Then for the Knight of Swords, we have the Zombie Ant Fungus. What in the world? What in the world is this? Why? Why is this a thing? Why did nature make this a thing? I'm really creeped out. I'm really creeped out by this particular card. Let's see, the Knight of Swords. This most energetic card embodies extreme and brazen survival tactics. Like a knight in armor, the zombie ant fungus infects and uses the hijacked corpse of its victim as its armor and mobility to propagate. That's so weird. Oh my god, why? Why? That's so weird. That's so weird. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just put the ant fungus over there. Then we have the Lion's Mane, Queen of Swords. Again, we have another skull. Lots of bugs going on. It's interesting. It's very, very hairy of a mushroom. Then we have the King of Swords, which is the destructive Foliota? 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 I don't know how to pronounce this, to be honest. It seems like dragonflies are particularly attracted to those. We also have some like kind of butterflies, or maybe it's a different kind of moth. I don't know. Then we get into the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, again, we have the hand. Ooh, we have another ring. Look, ring, ring. And this time it's the truffle. It's served literally on a little cushion. It says it's the paracord. Is that a G or a C? Sorry, I have a hard time sometimes with small font. My eyes are no good. Paracord. I think it's paracord. Let me look in the guidebook because I'm having a hard time with the font. My eyes are getting old, yo. They're getting old. Okay. Oh, it's a G. Paragord truffle. Perry. With the accent. Paragord truffle. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. I don't know. Then we have a barometer Earth Star of the Two of Pentacles. That's interesting. You definitely feel that balance, to be honest, with them at the top and bottom. And then it feels like, I guess, with the spider here making some kind of web. So I do get that balance aspect. Then we have the Green Elf Cup. Yeah, Cup, Three of Pentacles. Interesting. It seems like we have some kind of either a pocket watch or a pocket something stuck in here. Then we have the King Oyster, which is the Four of Pentacles. Oh, we have a diamond here on the top. Very interesting. There's like barely anything around it, just like a few little plants. Then we have the Devil's Cigar, Five of Pentacles. Interesting. And we have the Six of Pentacles, which is the Prince. The Prince. We have some kind of jewel here at the bottom here. Maybe that's the wealth that's being split between these two, possibly. Then we have the Dune Cup, which is the Seven of Pentacles. It's a very strange mushroom, to be honest with you. Like, why is it oozing things? Like, what is this? It's red. Then we have the Blob. Oh my god, the Blob. The Eight of Pentacles. We have something here. I don't know if you can see. But there's something there. I don't know what it is. Maybe a bottle? It looks like it might be a bottle over here. And then this thing, I don't know what it is either. Very interesting, though. Very interesting. Then we have the wood bluet. Nine of Pentacles. We have some, what looks like crystals maybe in the back. Mm. And then the Ten of Pentacles, which is the branch Colobia. Interesting. Looks like kind of like berries or something. They definitely look like they have a lot of little things on them. Could signify the wealth that they have, that they can spread. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is the hedgehog mushroom. Definitely weird. Is that water? Is this little bug trying to... Looks like a tick, to be honest. Weird little thing. Then we have the white truffle as the Knight of Pentacles. That's interesting. So we had like kind of truffle we had. We had the Perigord truffle in the beginning, which kind of looked like the black truffle, to be honest, but anyway. So that's cool. We have another bug here that's like bringing a leaf. Then we have the Elegant Earth Star, Queen of Pentacles. Looks like we also have some crystals amongst there. And then lastly, the King Bolette, I don't know, a King of Pentacles. And again, we have some like gems and crystals and things as well. The borders have been really interesting amongst them all. Have they all been like similar to each other? So the cups, yeah, so they all have their own kind of border within the particular suit, which is really interesting. Let's try to... So it's not so... So it's not so bowy. Okay, let's shuffle. Shuffle's good. I don't have a problem. I only overhand though, so I would assume this would be fine. Riffle shuffling, honestly. It doesn't feel like there would be issues, in my opinion. Cardstock wise, it feels okay. It feels waxy, like a waxy type of mattish kind of cardstock. There's a bit of a sheen when you like point it in the light, so my ring light is up top, but it looks, other than that, it looks pretty matte in my opinion. So maybe like a semi-matte, because it has like a slight sheen to it. But I don't really have a problem with the cardstock itself. I feel like this is pretty standard. I'm wondering if it's standard tarot size though. Okay, so we have the RWS. Yep. Standard tarot, pretty much. Maybe just a slight, very slight tallness. I don't even know if you can see that right there. Slight tallness. Very slight. Honestly, to me, it's the same size. we don't need to. It's so slight. It's like barely nothing in my opinion. So that's fine. Okay, so I want to pull at least one major, one minor, just to read from the guidebook so we can actually hear what the entire entry is. And then I'm going to show you one pairing. I don't have the Mushroom Oracle that Rockpool is coming out with yet. That's only coming out in the summer. And I picked out one deck that I feel like would possibly pair pretty decently with this, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, this might pair good with the Hush Tarot, but I don't really like pairing tarot and tarot, to be honest with you, so don't really want to do that. So yeah, I picked one Oracle that might be good. Okay, so we have the Magician as our major. No, that's another major. I don't want major. Okay, split that. Here, Queen of Wands. Good enough. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. We'll start with the Magician. Okay, let me put up my camera so it's a bit higher so you can see the card properly. Okay, that's better. Okay, the Magician. The Magician. Little Birds of the Woods. It's funny how like we started off with Chicken in the Woods and then we go to Little Birds of the Woods. Anyway. Little Birds of the Woods are used in divinatory ceremonies by indigenous tribes in Mexico. In the native Aztec language, Nahuatl, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Apologies if I did not. They are known as the divine mushroom that describes or paints. These little psychoactive mushrooms grow in subtropical coffee plantations in the clay-heavy soil and bruise blue, almost like magic, when injured or cut. This color change echoes the magician's call for transformation and action. Upright, manifestation, inspiration, action. These small mushrooms grow among coffee crops, and coffee can help provide the jolt you need to get that project off the ground. Begin some preliminary planning to create something you feel is needed in the world. You can always adjust these plans later. For now, just take the first steps. Reverse, misinformation, false visions, poor planning, creative blocks. Having trouble laying the foundation for a new project, you may feel like your mind and body are stuck in heavy, muddy soil. Have no fear, these little mushrooms thrive in a constrictive and soggy environment. Do some more research, meditate, read, or go for a walk. Ideas will germinate like spores in fertile ground. So this is what I read. This is the word I wasn't sure about. Apologies if I mispronounced it. But yes, this is everything I read. Definitely love the fact. Okay, so first of all, I don't drink coffee. Coffee's not for me. I don't like coffee. I don't care about coffee. But I love that these things grow in coffee plantations. That's pretty funny, in my opinion. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay. Let's see. Queen of Wands. The luminescent Penellus glows with an ethereal green light while perched in high thrones of deciduous trees. Representing the Queen of Wands, this bioluminescence mushroom shares the same authority and charm as a vigilant matriarch. Upright. Ambition, benevolence, authority through compassion. Infuse your goal with ambition and confidence. Thoughtfully tap into beneficial lessons from your community. Shine with genuinely strong and balanced compassion like the benevolent leader you are. Reversed. Professional drama, inner beliefs, bitterness. This mushroom is known as the bitter oyster, but you must avoid that mindset. Do not give in to professional drama. Banish bossiness and greed while staying true to your inner ideals and focus on nurturing your shadow self. So this is what I read for this particular mushroom. I actually like the guidebook. To be honest, it's sweet, it's to the point. I like the little blurbs about the mushroom itself and what it is. Obviously, you can do even more research because you know exactly what the mushroom is. You have it in, you know, the name of it plus the Latin. So you're pretty much set if you wanted to know what those are. So yes, I think I'm going to switch up the view now, and I want to show the pairing that I chose that I think might work pretty good with this particular deck. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle the cards. Just give them a bit of a shuffle before laying them down. So I decided that maybe it would look good with the Green Witch Oracle. This is by Sherilyn Darcy. This is published by Rockpool. So let's go ahead and see if it will look good with this particular deck. Now, the Green Witch Oracle, I do have an unboxing of it on my channel if you want to check out all the cards, but it has 4 suits. It has flowers, it has fruits, it has vegetables, and it has herbs. So I'm wondering if it'll go with everything that's going on. I kind of like it, actually. I'm kind of digging it. Like, that looks good together. I'm definitely not mad at it, honestly. I might use these together for a little bit and see how it goes. There's another mushroom oracle that's coming out. You'll see it in my April, or well, depending on when this video comes out, the April upcoming releases probably is live already. But yeah, there's one coming out by Chronicle Books. It's not really an oracle. I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's an oracle or what, but it's definitely mushroom something, mushroom deck. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm really liking this, actually. I was worried because these are black and these are like a beige, but it fits nicely because there's black accents in this particular deck, and you only have the pop of color in the center, so I kind of dig these together, honestly. Oh, look, the yellow fits nicely with this. Oh, we have some green. The purple goes well. We still have that aspects of yellow within the border, so that looks pretty nice, actually. Okay, last pairing. Yeah, I like this. I'm gonna use these together. I think they look really nice, actually. So we're definitely going to go with that in terms of a pairing between Oracle and Tarot. Again, that was the Green Witch Oracle. Now I did pre-order her other deck that she has coming out. It's actually a Green Witch's Oracle also. But it's the same artwork as her. It's the same artist. So Sara Richard, different author though. Also coming out by Adams Media. I actually just wanted to touch upon this particular book. You will have seen this in my Running Press April goodies. I received it in like the middle of March because I requested it for review. And it doesn't have every single mushroom out there, but it has some of the mushrooms that are in here specifically. So I was interested in seeing how they would pair together. So this book is called This is a Book for People Who Love Mushrooms. It's by Meg Madden, and it's published by Running Press. So I know that there's chicken in the woods in here. So I thought maybe we'd look. They have milk cap. Oh, they have hedgehog mushroom. We did see that. I think there was a corner. Here, chicken in the woods. So, you know what? Let me find the card, the Fool, and I'll take it out and we can read the book. Okay, so I found the card. Let's put it right here. So we have the Fool, which is the chicken of the woods. So here it says, let's just make sure that it's, you know what? Let me zoom in a bit. Okay. So, also known as sulfur shelf, chicken in the woods is one of a handful of easy digestible edible wild mushrooms that, armed with the proper knowledge, even the casual forager can be confident about identifying. Not to be confused with the hen of the woods, another large edible species. In more muted shades of brown, the intense bright orange and yellow coloring of the chicken of the woods combined with their substantial size makes them easy to spot. The individual fan-shaped mushrooms are large, up to a foot, so 30 centimeters, across, and often grow in huge overlapping clusters. A single log or stump can yield enough mushrooms to fill a wheelbarrow. Chicken of the woods gets its common name not from its appearance, but from its taste and consistency. When cooked, its meaty, stringy texture makes a very convincing substitute for chicken. A small percentage of people experience gastrointestinal upset from consuming chicken in the woods, though, so as with all wild edible mushrooms, eat only a small portion the first time to see if it's tolerated. Because of its orange color and tendency to fruit in large clusters on wood, toxic jack-o'-lantern mushrooms can at first glance be mistaken for chicken of the woods. A look at the underside will clear up any confusion. Jack-o'-lantern mushrooms have gills and well-defined stems, whereas chicken in the woods are polypores, meaning that the underside is covered in tiny pores instead of gills, and they lack a distinctive stem. Interesting. Then we have some information on this side, like habitat and ecology, distribution, season, and physical description. So that's very interesting. So that was chicken of the woods. So yeah, they did mention also the jack-o'-lantern mushrooms, which are in this deck as well. So that was really cool. I really love it. It's a little fun little book, in my opinion, and very, very cute. The book itself retails for $16 in the US. $22 in Canada. So if you're interested in the book as well, you can definitely check it out. So that was the Midnight Magic, A Tarot Deck of Mushrooms by Sara Richard, published by Adams Media. Definitely let me know in the comments below if this is something that interests you. What do you think? What's your opinion? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I do thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.